Benny and the Beehive Boogie, a Benny Bear and Ruby Rabbit story. It was a bright spring morning in Fernwood Forest, and Benny Bear was humming as he carried a basket of honey jars to Ruby Rabbit's burrow. Ruby's going to love these," he said, licking a bit of honey off his paw. He didn't notice the buzzing behind him. All the dozen tiny eyes watching from the nearby beehive. When Benny arrived, Ruby was outside painting a sign. "Forest picnic today. All friends welcome." "Great news," Benny called. "I brought the honey." Ruby clapped her paws. "Perfect. That's just what we needed for my famous dandelion biscuits." They began setting up the picnic. Blankets on the grass, flower-shaped cups, pinecone plates, and a big jug of berry lemonade. Benny carefully placed the honey in the center like a golden treasure. That's when the buzzing returned. Louder, closer. Ruby's ears twitched. "Do you hear that?" Benny turned just in time to see a cloud of bees zooming towards the picnic table. "Uh-oh," he said. "They smell the honey." Panicked, Benny waved his arms. "Shoo! Go away!" The bees didn't listen. Instead, they zipped around his head, making him spin, stumble, and suddenly dance. Ruby blinked. "Benny, are you boogieing?" I don't know," Benny said, twirling and ducking as the bees circled him. "I think they made me do it." Ruby couldn't help but giggle. Benny was hopping side to side, waving his arms, tapping his paws. He looked like a very furry, very confused disco dancer. Then something even stranger happened. The bees started buzzing in rhythm. Benny froze. Did they just beatbox? Ruby stared. The bees were bobbing in the air, their wings flapping to the same rhythm as Benny's dance. "It's a beehive boogie!" Ruby shouted, grabbing a tambourine from her picnic basket. Benny spun once, twice, then dipped. "I guess I'm leading a bee dance party?" Soon more animals arrived, drawn by the music and laughter. Squirrels tapped their tails, chipmunks clapped, and even a grumpy old owl bounced his head to the beat. Ruby set up a music corner. Spoons, pots, and a hollow log drum. Benny kept grooving, the bees buzzing joyfully around him. "Okay," Ruby said between tambourine jingles. "We need a name for your new move, Fiss." Benny huffed, twirling again. "Let's call it the Honey Hop." The crowd cheered and the animals joined in, hopping and wiggling just like Benny. Even the bees seemed delighted, circling the dancers in glittering loops. After the final spin, Benny flopped onto a blanket, panting. "I'm never eating honey again," he puffed. Ruby grinned, handing him a biscuit. "You mean until tomorrow?" He laughed. Maybe just a little. The bees buzzed one last circle around the picnic, then zipped back towards their hive, leaving a gentle hum in the air. "They were just curious," Ruby said, watching them go. "And maybe a little musical." Benny nibbled his biscuit. "Well, I guess I've got sweet moves after all." They both burst out laughing. That evening, as the sun dipped low, animals rested on the blankets, full of biscuits and lemonade. A few hummed the bee rhythm under their breath. Ruby leaned over to Benny. "You know what?" "What?" "I think we just invented the first forest flash dance." Benny smiled, pouring glitter from his fur. "Let's do it again next spring, but maybe with fewer bees." "Huh?"